Yeah, it's been a long time, I guess. A bit of a long time.
Everyone all right? Hey, you!
Probably Carl, huh?
Hey, just now. Did you hear that? I thought I heard a scream.
You sure that weren't the stellar winds through the canyons, mister?
Why, it's the sound of fine goods screaming out to be purchased! Pleasure to meet you, sir or ma'am. I'm Carl, and as a
Sir or
customer-facing
ma'am?
representative
मतलब
of Spacer's Choice, I sell only the finest. What can I get you, prospective customer? New handgun? Pack of smokes? Stab in the face? Did I? Honest mistake. That came out wrong. I meant removing their faces. So sorry. Ha! Then who's been reviewing my inventory requests at the Office of Creative Incubation? Marauders? That would explain why no one's been filing them correctly. But don't trouble yourself with company business, sir or ma'am. Trouble yourself with... Sure they know. Oh, he's always... The moon? Always. He wants Spacer's Choice. You hear that? You sprat bastard! I'm a good employee! He'll get his. He comes after my job. At any rate, I'm not okay. And yet I feel fantastic. My body, and it's all Spacer's Choice.
Mister, you don't seem too good. Is there anything?
At any rate, how can I help Spacer's Choice help you? Great stuff! Oh, for years now. The company gave Adrenatime to the sales team so we'd be able to describe its many wonderful benefits. I've taken it ever since. Adrenatime helped me get ahead and say... the finest dust...
Debajo su que no Wait.
I'm real sorry about your friend, Sneelka. Hey, no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after seeing so many people get chomped, trip into sulfur pool, shot by marauders, I always figured we'd die young. But just because you expect it doesn't make it any easier. Oh shit. Next chance we get, I'm buying you a Spectrum bottle, so we can proper drown this melancholy.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to try Spectrum when we went out drinking. Is it any good?
It is without a doubt the worst, most foul liquid mankind has ever had the misfortune to invent. You'll love it.
This facility is currently experiencing a heightened security event. Access, please. Error. Please.
Chem lab. This place stinks like the wrong end of a primal. And I think I'm close to figuring out why. Something's off with this place. Those ain't normal primals. Thought I was onto something before. Now I'm sure of it. I got a theory to test at that Marauder camp.
This facility is... Please.
go. Nice work.
সালা একই জায়গায় কতবার লোক আসছে ভাই
Here we go. Huh? Now, Captain. There's the Captain.
This unit is please return. Have a better.
Nicely done.
Energy efficiency is its own. You have an unpaid balance. This unit is watching. This unit reminds you that death is a prison without doors.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Nice to have some company for a change. If you're heading downstairs...
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock. That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you? A marauder? You're telling me he's been alive all this time? Don't tell me that's the end of it. Was there anything else? Do you think one of them was my Jerome? I see. Thank you for telling me. Jerome got me out of Gorgon. I can honor his memory by staying out. Time to hit the dusty trail. Be seeing you, stranger.
I think he did the right thing, Captain, but I hope she doesn't try to go after him.
That was good of you, Cap. It's better to know. It's always better to know.
Hey, there you are. Did you manage to... Sure, I'm an open book. Nice enough guy. Fashioned himself one of those professional gumshoes, like in the serials. They usually work for the board, rooting out dissidents and the like. Lucky though, he was freelance. Worked for anyone who paid, no matter their allegiance. You ask me, I think the guy just likes snooping around in folks' terminal messages. Frenetic, chaotic, vicious. Take your... I wasn't here at the start, but going off what folks told me about the early days, Gorgon started out with promise. The board's best and brightest were excited to work here. Said it was a good posting. The project director had a vision and big, bold ideas. As long as the board gets their bits, that's just the cost of doing business. Thing is, the schedules coming out of the corporate office were unrealistic from the get-go, and they were trying to do the project on a shoestring budget. Couple that with the obvious personnel problems and toxic junk in the product, it was only a matter of time before it all went to hell. Could have been, yeah. Marauders didn't just fall out of the sky one day. They were made here on Gorgon. How, though? That's the question. Sprat Shack legend has it they crawled out of the mines one day. Heard one fella suggest they might even be aliens. I think Halcyon wants us dead. Look at Monarch. The planet's pure poison. Folks can't eat the food that grows on Terra 2 without getting sick. Who's to say it's not something in the dirt or the water? I don't have proof, mind. It's just a hunch. Shit, any number of things. Fire, primals, sabotage. It didn't happen all at once, but it happened fast enough folks couldn't respond in time. Now, if you're asking how it all kicked off, might have been spies that did it. Corporate espionage, you know. Anti-Cleos. I never did figure it out. Not about to try now. Oh, I've tried. Make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with Sublight folks. But the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with Marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract. Adrenatime, I'm sure you know it, was a drug, something to make folks work harder, work smarter. Had a lot of nasty side effects. Didn't seem so bad to me at the time, but then I hadn't met the test subjects yet. The whole thing was real hush-hush. A lot of worry about corporate spies, especially from Anti-Cleos. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you, to be honest. Spacer's Choice, they're really not fond of spies. Fair point. Not even spies like spies. Not much, except that there was a whole gaggle of them, and so far as I could tell, they absolutely hated each other. Dr. Ambrose would hardly let me speak to any of them, but she complained about him all the time. Everything seemed like. Marion Blakesley, for example, lady who ran HIA, wouldn't return any of her messages. Not once, for years. Jasper Lowe, guy who headed up Chem, was high more than he was sober. He insisted on running special tests on primals, too. Law knows what for. Dr. Ambrose really had it out for this guy Lawrence Goodfellow. Ran OCI. Would lose his shit if he saw red on a schedule. By the end, I heard folks were turning in completely bunk progress reports just to keep him out of their hair. Had this little minion, too, an actuary named Clarence Mosley, obsessed with quantifying every detail of his sad little life. Mosley was the guy who got me mixed up in all this. Asshole. I hope a primal ate him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just that Dr. Ambrose hated them. They seemed to hate each other, too. OCI pushed a ludicrous schedule. Chem made a bad product, and HIA returned garbage results. A regular merry-go-round of shit flying in every direction. It's no surprise it all fell apart.
So, corporate life in Halcyon.
Mister, I'm not about to tell you how to do your job, but I ain't think that metaphor's fit to print.
Editor always did say my prose was a bit purple. Or brown, in this case. Not a problem. Well, I'll be damned. But Spacer's Choice won't let me out of here until I deliver. Of course,
Thing is, the other two are kind of locked. So I'm kind of stuck. I had to find a way, brother. Maybe I'm missing something.
Freddy's a blathering idiot, but he's my blathering idiot.
এটা তো আমরা জানতাম না।
What are you looking at?
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Kitty.
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. So, what'll it be? Be seeing you.
Whoa.
If I need any more llama-related help, you'll be the first to know. I don't even know anymore. We spent so long arguing about what is or isn't a llama that it's all a blur. Captain Babbage has a lot of strange contacts in the parcel delivery business. One of them...
Llama. Llama!
I may have been overserved.
Aren't you the guy who found Llama Rock?
Who do you work for anyway? Auntie Pete? Mary the Sprat? Hardtack Harry?
It's Mary the Sprat. But don't you go telling anyone.
You work for Mary the Sprat. I work for Mary the Sprat.
Shit. We shouldn't be seen together. This is a setup. Or a hit. Or both?
Pretend you don't know me. Just play it casual. Can I get you a drink?
Quit staring. I ain't here for your entertainment. This is a family business. Chin up. Look sharp. You here for salvage or merchandise? This is the best... Don't forget to close your tab before... We're all friends here. Seen any good... No one's coming. Maybe this isn't a hit.
Buy you another round?
I really shouldn't. But I'm thirsty and I got time, so fuck it. This rock ain't much to look at, but it's our rock. Soon as I sober up, watch your step. Fun. Seen any good sal? This is a You here for... Aren't you? We're all friends here, even when we ain't.
Watch your step. Seen any... We're all friends. Aren't you the... Soon as I sober up, I'm heading back to the ruins.
Put that away! I ain't in the mood for games.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it? Drat. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it. No, I think you're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned detective work. It's a good thing you have keen senses, a reliable ship, and a very wealthy sponsor. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late. Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend, a drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of Adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise. I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of Adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one. Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes? Ta!
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? Halcyon Helen finally took down the Chief of the Savages, with a guest appearance from none other than the Masked Marketeer.
Something on your mind?
Good to see you, boss. You know, if you told me a corporation was responsible for making all the Marauders, I guess it was Spacer's Choice. I don't know what pensive means, but I've been thinking. That voice we heard, the ghost of Gorgon, I can't stop thinking about what they said. Whatever happened on Gorgon was no accident. Spacer's Choice made the Marauders. That's what I've been thinking. Everything they make is built to fail. Starting to feel like Project Gorgon was too. Spacer's Choice made the Marauders. And then those Marauders ended up in every corner of Halcyon. Everybody knows somebody who got hurt by Marauders. Everybody knows some place they got hit by them. Let's just get to the bottom of this job.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's occupied?
Every SAM unit comes lean, mean. Thank you, customer. Warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to...
Hey, Cap.
Remember, items in the hold may shift during takeoffs and landings. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
It is endlessly fascinating to me that all of existence is simply atoms, molecules, and chemical reactions, which in turn create and govern our bodies, minds, and emotions. And yet somehow, we still believe we are in control.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong.
Auntie Cleo's level head. Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial.
Move along.
You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps? Or experimental pheromones?
Hortense yells at me about vagrants one more time.
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I can take it.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
Ah, if it isn't my favorite vagrant in the system, what can I do for you? Of course I am. Now I know for certain that this is the pinnacle. There's nowhere more beautiful, and no lifestyle more luxurious. I deserve the very best our society has to offer. I earned it, and thanks to you, I know that I have it. Wouldn't you rest easier too in my position? Exactly. And maybe one day, if you play your cards just right, you'll live here too. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
Go on in.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. I'll tell you what I've told all the other guards. Mind your boots. Our floors are not made for armor. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you? We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah, prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave Family Collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it? That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you. That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that... I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen... Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and...
Oh, just hear me out.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows? Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me, mostly, an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. Yes, that's us. Mostly Oak. Well, no, he didn't invent Mostly Oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty... Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other... I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy... Oh, you're much too kind. Does the... Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it. What's on your... At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? You get... My eye! Every eye possesses unique dimension. An eye may... I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say... Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your...
Okay, man, I'm done for today.